It's day 37. If you watched my last video, you know that it's I recorded these on the same day, and I did my last video right before my meditation, and this video is right after. I don't know if anything's gonna come up, but I figured I'd just start recording and see what happens. I don't know what she's doing. But when we connect to our hearts, I find, when I connect to my heart at least, I find that things just start flowing so easy and so fluidly. We don't have to try. It just happens so naturally because we're in touch with our center, and we're in touch with this source of pure inspiration, and it's so powerful. It just kind of it just flows out of you. So I'll be talking and I'll get inspired, and it'll be amazing what comes up, and I won't have any of it planned. None of these videos are planned or prepared. I'm just literally sitting here speaking from the heart all the time. It's crazy. If you watch it, also another thing, you can really tell the difference between just one meditation. The effects that it can have, and how fast things flow out of your body when you allow them to flow. I still am, but I was very, very distraught in my last video, and I wouldn't say that I'm very distraught right now, but I'm feeling much better, but I'm still working through it. It's going to be really interesting. Something really crazy is coming through, and it seems like that's just happening all the time, and I'm growing so fast, and so it's just, it's almost disorienting. Some days that it's very disorienting. Yeah, so meditation, basically what I did was I sat with my eyes closed and allowed any thought, any emotion, even sensations in my body, because I get a lot of like nitpicking, sometimes restless leg syndrome, sometimes I get twitchy, sometimes I get like I just gotta move around and it doesn't feel very good. So I will be in this space and I'll just be like, come on in. I literally have my arms outstretched like this, and I'm just like, come at me, whatever may, what may, and I get reminded of Jesus on the cross and how he said something, I can't remember what exactly, but it was basically like, they can throw stones at me, but they can't take away how much I love, something like that. And how he just allowed his heart to be completely wide open, and I don't know if I'm explaining that right. Not a very good storyteller. I never have been. Sometimes I get these memories and these experiences, and I'm just like, oh, I have such a different perspective on it now, and it feels good to remember them. Like, I had this crush on this guy for And it used to be this source of contention almost, because I thought he was just like way up here. And he wasn't. He ended up being like totally crazy about me, even in the end. And I'm just looking back at it, and it's just like, wow, it holds such a warm place in my heart to have that experience. And a lot of these other memories are like the painful ones are starting to, that feeling is starting to be ignited, that I can just be with the good moments and appreciate all of everything. Something that has been really powerful for me is looking at things like, well, they can't take away how much I love them. And so it just feels so good to be in that space of just appreciating, even though things didn't work out and I ended up experiencing pain, which, we look at pain like it's the worst thing in the world. But the truth of the matter is that pain is what's going to cause our transformation. So would pain be so painful if we were constantly in a state of allowing? No, I really don't think so, because I have moments where it's like, oh my God, this feels so good to just cry or to be angry or to be in what normal people would call pain. It feels good sometimes, most of the time, depending on my resistance. So when you release resistance to what we would call pain, then it doesn't feel painful. It feels enlightening. It feels expansive. I'm so excited to see what comes up tomorrow morning. And tomorrow, it's gonna be amazing. I'm sure of it. Oh my goodness, and what if I'm actually capable? I'm gonna cry again. But what if I'm actually capable of facing the people who I have angered and who are angry at me with love in my heart, and being like, okay, I'm so sorry that I made you angry. That's not me, but what can I do for you? Authentically. Like that is revolutionary to me. And that's exciting. Oh, I went to this class today, and they had this exercise that they had been working on for like the whole week, and it was my first time there, so I was just like, well, I'm just gonna do this real fast. But it was just have 5 words that describe you, and everyone had like a week to work on it, and I had like 5 minutes maybe. But I came up with revolutionary or evolutionary, and admiration, and then passionate. Yeah, I have them all written down, but I was really into the revolutionary. I am revolutionary. I am admiration. I was having a really hard time trying to describe love, because that word is so abused. No! Oh, it's okay. Sorry, my computer went blank for a second, and I freaked out. But anyways, I was trying to come up with like a better word for what I was describing for love, because love is so overused and people don't really feel into their heart as deeply as because I view love as a state of being, as like my whole being, and that's how I feel it and that's how I experience it. And like God is love, right? So that I feel it as if my source, my whole that's how I experience it. And so when I hear other spiritual people say love, it feels a little airy-fairy to me. So I was like, how can I describe this in such a deeper way? The Greek language has like 8 different translations for the word love, for all of the different kinds of love that we experience, like brotherly love or relationship love. I guess this would be like interconnection love. I'm not sure. But admiration was pretty amazing, I thought. And then I couldn't decide between evolutionary or revolutionary, because I'm both, and they're both so different. I don't know why I shared that with you. I just thought it was cool. Okay. I'm gonna go to bed. It's so nice being here. It's really nice to process in front of a camera like this. It feels so natural. To put all of my thoughts out there, because I have a lot of thoughts. Something that I'm really passionate about. I hope someday, it'll make a difference. Good night, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.